And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm not the hostess Cupcake, but I am the Rat of a Red Baron, joined by...
The Red of Red Baron, who I am.
That's right, Little Sam I am, Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham, Souls is the man.
I am Bucky Irving.
He's all those guys. It's pretty incredible.
I'm just a dude.
He is the dude. Man of many names. He's also... He's got this gift where his name is like interchangeable with any possible thing. So it's like for example, Yosemite Souls, Muggsy Souls. That's just like two random examples. He's got a name that works.
Lyle.
Very wild.
It's a Lyle.
Oh, Lyle Overbay Souls.
It's right.
Another classic.
I'm mad that it worked.
I can't be mad. I'm actually jealous. It's perfect.
Right. Lyle Reed fits well.
I could see that. Like that'd be like a good sports name. Lyle Reed is a guy who is like a middle infielder. He could play all the positions. He's like a career 210 hitter. But he's like forever remembered for like hitting like an inside the park grand slam. That would be his like thing.
In game 2 of the NLDS.
Yeah, that they didn't advance any further on. Oh, that's funny. Well, I think it just means Souls holding it down, and maybe Mass joins, maybe Mock joins. I don't know. The Riddler's in the Cape, so I doubt he joins. Maybe he surprises us, but we're here. Hanging out. Are you drinking anything tonight?
Yeah, maybe.
Water or vitamin water or soda?
I don't have anything right now, but it's probably a good chance I get into soda.
Yeah, there you go. Of the Mountain Dew variety?
Exactly what that is.
Nice. Just got a little bullpen game myself here. I have a pair of Miller Lights, and these were left in my freezer. These Deep Eddy lemon vodka nips. So, 2 of those as well. We'll see where the night takes us. Do you have a toast of excellence?
I never come prepared.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get the ball rolling. The first one is kind of it's pertinent. Just coming off of the MLB Hall of Fame inductions in Cooperstown. And I don't know, did you get a chance to see any of the speeches?
They showed Dick Allen's wife speech.
It's one of the things, like, I never, like, even for football, I've never really watched, like, a Hall of Fame induction speech live that I can remember. I've definitely watched stuff, like, played back. And I just heard some of the clips from Sunday. And I thought, big, shout out to Ichiro, who did an excellent job. It's funny because all those years of using an interpreter, I just kind of expected that to be the same thing. But he was very well spoken. He was very well prepared, and he actually had a pretty funny little jab at the writer who didn't vote for him to make it unanimous. And I'm gonna butcher, but the little joke was like, the offer to come have dinner at my house is now expired. Pretty good line. And then one other one, kind of a Homer toast. I didn't realize this, but I guess if you don't know Michael Cole from WWE, the lead announcer, he's actually he's a Met fan, and I guess during all of the Raw broadcast, he's got his iPad on his desk and he's actually watching the Mets game. He says he hasn't missed a Mets game in God knows how long. So it's pretty funny. So anytime you see like those camera cuts of him, reacting, it might not just be to the match. It might to be like what's going on in the Met game. So I thought that was kind of cool.
It is pretty cool.
Seems like it'd be distracting as hell, though.
Especially doesn't get mad on air. Imagine. Fucking Pete Alonso.
Grounds into a double play.
God fucking damn it. Ramaniah. Give it up a fucking grand slam. I do that way too much.
Well, what about the thing you sent me earlier? That could be a good toast.
With the Kyle Brandt?
No, we were talking Pittsburgh.
Yeah. That was Kyle Brandt.
Oh, well, I just meant like in full.
But what was we talking about?
Oh, giving back to the game and all that.
Yeah, I guess. Supposed to be excellence to Aaron Rodgers. You know, actually wanting to be in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we were texting before, and it's like we've done the show for a while now. I definitely don't like the guy, but like you said, like, what are you gonna do? Not root for him? Like, he's our quarterback. So going in, I all this time I hyped myself up for it. I knew it was gonna happen. You know, it took forever. We kind of figured it would, but now it's just like, can't change it. I'm not gonna complain. So root for it. So I'm excited.
I'm telling you, I think that he gets a bad rap.
Well,
I don't think he's that much of a douchebag as people think he is.
no, I mean, I think there's certain things for sure that he's just like a pain in the ass about. And I think he knows, and he kind of will lean into it a little bit. But to your point, like, I think there's some stuff that it's just like people are like holding on to like one little aspect, and are just like really just like needling away at, and it doesn't matter. End of the day, there's been a lot worse people in all sports, that people have liked more. So I think people can chill out on Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, like, I'm just sitting here, right, and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm looking at like all these players, and like, he just seems excited this year.
Yeah, I think too, and I mean, it's not just like a bashing on the Jets, but unfortunately, he walked into not a great situation there. On paper, it seems so, but just like the cracks formed pretty much right away. Even overlooking him getting injured in week 1 2 years ago, it just everything that we kind of saw, happen was stuff that's existed now for years and years. The Jets right now are they have a lot of problems. Now maybe moving forward, new regime and whatnot, maybe things will get better. But Rodgers walking into the Jets back then or 2 years ago, it was a mess.
Like, the defense was awful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. There's a lot of things, and like we saw, even though
He played good football in the second half of the year.
He absolutely did. And if nothing else, playing in Pittsburgh, traditionally, more stable franchise, historically speaking. So hopefully these things will just be like a nice, perfect marriage. We're hoping.
Well, I was listening to Ryan Clark, and you can take that with a grain of salt. But he made a good point. He doesn't have to be the hype man or like to get the team going.
Right.
He could just play quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he was never a super, super excitable guy jumping around on the sidelines. He is who he is.
We got guys for that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny now as we sit at the last week of July. Football is basically knocking at the door. Training camp's underway. So yeah, this coming Sunday, there's games.
Hall of Fame game.
Hall of Fame game, rather.
No, I won't be watching it because the Phillies play at 7.
Well, yeah, I won't be watching it either, just because, like, whatever.
I'm so excited that I get to be on Sunday Night Baseball.
I was listening to WFAN, and they were really roasting that Sunday night broadcast.
They're terrible.
So bad. So bad. And we've talked about it in great depth. Let's real quick before we, because we're MLB trade deadline and whatnot. That this is here. Some moves already happened. Real quick, let's talk about some
predictions.
We could do predictions, but I wanted to get your thoughts too on some kind of like not even like the Mets or Phillies, but other broadcasts we kind of like.
Broadcasts.
Yeah, especially
I think we have two of the best.
Yeah, so we'll take Mets and Phillies out of the equation. If you and you watch a lot of out of market games, what's your thoughts are?
I think the Padres is very good. The Giants are very good.
Top of your head, do you remember who's the crew on that?
I have no idea.
I'd have to look it up.
I listened to the Giants for Jim Miller, whatever one.
Yeah, Jim Miller.
For those who don't know, he used to do Sunday Night Baseball with what's his name? What's his name, Kendall?
Joe Morgan?
Yeah, Joe Morgan. That was a very good broadcast.
That was the goated national baseball crew anyway. That's when it was at its best.
Those guys for days. I know the Athletics suck. That bitch is so annoying.
I don't know if it's the radio guy or the TV guy. He had to he didn't have to, but for some reason he felt like he needed to. Like he tweeted an apology after wrongly calling a foul ball, even though it was a home run. And it's just he goes, I lost it in the light. And why are you apologizing? Like, who cares? He's like, it's not fair to the fan base. I'm like, what are you talking about, guy? Why are you making this more about you?
I don't mind Dallas Braden. He's part of the A's broadcast team. But
well, it's funny. I think you and I have the same thought process. For me, what I would want is somebody who played for the franchise. Doesn't even have to be a super good member. I mean, we were fortunate that the guys who do our teams actually were impactful people, but just someone who played for the franchise, a namesake, and then just a regular run-of-the-mill commentator. Just a play-by-play guy who he knows baseball. Doesn't have to be Mr. Know-It-All because there's people feeding him information anyway. That's all you need.
Love John Kruk.
That guy doesn't get enough love.
He said some wild shit.
Yeah. Did he ever do Sunday Night Baseball?
He did.
For a hot minute, right?
It was for a year or two.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Because he would do some Little League World Series games too.
Yeah. I thought did he still do that or no?
Todd Frazier does.
Yeah, I saw Todd Frazier does. I wonder if he's on an actual, a broadcast team.
No, he does ESPN. He's on ESPN. So the players that I know off the top of my head that do them, Kevin Franzen does the Nationals. Harper, you got to hit that a mile. Kevin Franzen does it. Trevor Plouffe is with the Twins.
That's kind of awesome.
He's a big name in the baseball world because he's part of John Boy Media too.
Oh, real quick, you reminded me. Did you watch the clip with Aaron Boone and them?
That boy Bryce. Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I love it.
It was.
I love it.
I do too. I was interested because for multiple reasons, but Boone is a guy who never shows any emotion, and I felt like there was something there, and I think good on those guys for not shying away from anything.
Dude, so I was watching them when they were doing when they were just in a random an apartment studio.
Oh, you mean like us?
Yeah. They were just in an apartment studio. They would play blitzball in an alleyway. And then all of a sudden it just blew up. and like it's so like it's awesome. Like those guys are like that Jolly Olive dude. His videos are incredible.
They do an
Like
awesome
he's a
job.
Mets fan, but he's like one of those Mets fans that like that's not a homer. Like he's a homer in his own right, but he's also not afraid to talk good about other teams.
Well, the thing is, like for me, is those guys are super knowledgeable. Like I'm sometimes impressed, like when we like pull out a name out of nowhere or remember something. Those guys is just secondhand. It's just like
Dude,
it's
they have
just
this guy named Ryan Cohen. He's like he knows so much more than I do. Like I don't really care about the in-depth stats like WAR and all that shit. Like they all have that off the top of their head.
hmm
But it's just the names that they remember.
yeah. I mean, those guys just in like years too. The thing you sent me about they're drafting the worst pitchers for ERA wise from the
ERA
NL.
plus.
Yes, in the NL West, or was it AL West? And
Hmm.
I was just like blown away. They did, pick a year and just in the team, and they sit for like a second, and then they're pulling out like the number 4 starter just from out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's honestly incredible.
So yeah, shout out to those guys. They do a good, nice job.
The videos are so good.
Yeah,
Like even like their warehouse game stuff is
mhm.
like I'm addicted to watching it.
Yeah, and like you said, they popped up out of nowhere. They blew up out of nowhere, and everybody talks about them.
They got some serious names in there.
I wonder if there will be a time, and I'm just going to use Barstool, though I think Barstool definitely kind of cooled off. But I wonder if they'll ever have like a buyout or like a major merger with another media entity because of
I
how
don't think
popular.
so. I just think they all like to do it.
Yeah, well, hey, good for them. Like not selling out, or and the thing is, they have major sponsorships. They do DraftKings. They do the other like.
You know they made it big when they got one of the biggest baseball names in the media of all time.
Oh, you
Chris
mean?
Rose.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
They got Chris Rose. He commentates their fucking warehouse stuff.
Imagine having that in your back pocket.
Like that's incredible. Like for him to like buy into it.
Yeah. Well,
And like those two guys are from Connecticut.
oh, I didn't know that. Or if I did, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Jake is from. They went. They went. He went to high school at. What's the name of the school? It's a weird name. Pompernog, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about.
Something like that. Yeah.
Not
It's
Coggin.
awesome.
What is it called?
Uh, Achenchog,
This
Pompernog.
this Coggenchog in like Durham.
I don't know if it's for that though. But they
Either.
have that, and then Peter Moylan does it. Trevor Booth's a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean they for sure got a following. So
Like they do collabs with like Major League Wiffle Ball, like Major League like Blitzball, like stuff I was watching. They did collabs with them, and
yeah,
now they're part of their warehouse games. And
in a lot of ways, they do a lot of stuff that I wish we could have done or like developed in a way. And our show, is what it is. And I think a lot of too is having the time. And I mean, those guys, they really sharpened the craft and did the content creation. When I just, maybe in another time we could scratch the surface of that. But I'm definitely really impressed by all the things they do and have done.
hmm
Switching gears, let's talk a little MLB trade deadline stuff.
well, Mineral Class, they will not be traded.
Yeah, that kind of caught me by surprise.
fucking idiot.
And I didn't, other
If
than
it's true.
if it's true, I didn't do a ton of research. I saw the thing you sent, and then I just clicked over to ESPN and kind of read their little blurb. But I don't know much more than like they said that what was it, pitch selection and stuff that was odd. Is that could you explain a little bit better?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read anything.
Yeah, all I really can understand is that like they think he's like kind of like was like tipping pitches and things like that, and I don't know. It's just I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like you hope it's not true, but
I do hope it's not true because I really like him.
yeah. The thing is, it could be coincidence because there's so much. Think about that. There's cameras.
There's another Guardian that got hit with it.
Yeah.
Luis Ortiz.
Mm-hmm. Like too, it's like this. It's too hard to get away with stuff. There's the access to information. And it's like I don't understand why these guys think they're gonna get away with it. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah, but he was a guy. He was probably rumored to be traded. Now I guess I'd be surprised if anything happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sure an investigation and it just trade deadline is now by the day we're recording on the 28th. It's 3 days away, 2 days today, whatever it is. So it's like I tend to agree with you.
Give up 2, gotta love it.
What's that?
The Phillies just scored 2, and then he gives up a 2-run homer to the fucking White Sox.
Hey man, it happens.
We're gonna lose this game.
Listen, the Mets got swept by the Pirates.
Doesn't matter. We also got swept by the Pirates.
Hey, join us.
Bad bitch.
So the Yankees made some moves thus far. Scooping up the third baseman from Colorado.
Ryan McMahon.
Yep, and as well as Ahmed Rosario from the Nationals.
Who gives a frick about that one?
What's that?
Who cares about that one?
Well, I mean, just Mike Mock might care.
No, he doesn't.
Probably doesn't know. But I mean, that kind of that the Yankees have a lot of glaring deficiencies. I think the two moves there kind of make sense. You're getting a guy in Rosario who could play basically anywhere, and just defensively much better than what they've been throwing out there for the past 4 weeks.
Yeah, Ryan McMahon's a Gold Glover.
And I think he'll provide enough offense to be, I guess, a worthwhile start day in, day out.
Definitely better than what they had.
Exactly.
The Mets traded for Gregory Soto.
Yes, you got a little bit of action over the weekend.
Yeah, have fun with that one.
Well, like we were talking about off air, that's a guy who may implode or may kind of like fall into the line of the bum pitchers that have gotten into the Met system and have kind of succeeded. So we'll see. I'll be curious to see how things pan out.
Yep.
So what do you think of the big rumor guys kind of still left in circulation?
So, do you consider at least Roberts still a big name?
Here's the thing. No, but I do consider him... I consider him a household name. I don't consider him a big commodity like he was. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know all the number parts of it. Like, something like with team options and whatnot. Like, I think whatever happens, I think X amount of money is going to be eaten up by the White Sox. I just think that's what's going to happen.
I agree.
Mets are linked to that name. I'm not opposed. It sort of seems like a lateral move in a lot of ways.
I mean, if you can figure it out, it's
Yeah,
much better than throwing Tyrone Taylor out there.
I think the upside is there for sure. It's just like I don't know what it is. Is it effort? Is it just playing in Chicago? I don't
Can't,
know.
can't hit a breaking ball.
Yeah, I mean the guy's gonna strike out a million times, but he's like defensively, I guess is bona fide, worthwhile. I keep seeing Eugenio Suarez attached to a bunch of teams.
Yeah, they have him attached to the Phillies now too.
I think that's another guy, a great bat, not really a great glove.
He's okay at third. He just like we put him at third. I mean, we have to put Harper back in the outfield.
Right.
Unless we trade Alec Baum, but that would just be a lateral move.
Yeah. Yeah, like now I think that he's out of the Yankee sweepstakes after their moves. It's a guy,
Yep.
tagged into the Mets, but it's like all these teams that are, we'll call it win now guys, are going to be attached to every player, more or less, because that's just how things work. I don't know what a trade would look like. I know that teams have looked into Mark Vientos. I tend to think
That's what the White Sox want.
yeah, and I think from the Mets' perspective, they would be more apt to trade Vientos over Mauricio or Beatty. And I think it's sort of like the scuttlebutt as well.
I think you should try to trade fucking Acuna. I think he's not that good.
I don't know what the plan is for him because it's like great glove, but he's basically useless. Like
Yeah.
he's a great guy off the bench, like in the eighth inning when you do double switches and whatnot, but you can't start him. He's not making any progress.
Isn't it crazy how a year makes a switch?
Wait, what's that?
And Santos was the hero.
It's so weird, last year, Beatty struggled mightily, sent him down, and he ended up having an injury spell. And Vientos just kind of had one of those years that like things kind of all went his way, even all the way through the playoffs. And I think there was a lot of hype for him. And one off season later, it just not translated. And he's a guy. Unfortunately, he's super one dimensional. He's a liability defender, and he could basically. I don't know if he's a first baseman by trade, but basically he's a corner infielder. That's all he can do, or DH.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. For me too, it's like I think there's probably a little bit of lack of effort on his part. So I don't know.
Well, I turned my switch from Class A to Duran. From the Twins, John Duran.
Mm-hmm.
I want him now.
What are other relievers / starters that you think are going to be on the move? Do you think Dylan Cease?
It doesn't make any sense for them to trade Dylan Cease.
Just from a
I
Padres?
don't get why they're still in the playoff hunt.
The only thing I could think of is that they're thinking teams will overspend on a name, despite him not being super sharp.
Unless they've just given up on him.
I don't know, because really it hasn't been great. It's been okay. I think it's definitely not the guy they were expecting.
No.
But, at the same token, no, we're talking basically one really good year with the White Sox, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest has kind of just been middling to bad. And what's that dating back to now? Is that prior to 2022?
Yeah, it was like 2022.
So I don't know because it's like there's certain players that for as like rentals go. Like I'm trying to think of guys who are 1 year veterans. Like I don't see like the Verlanders of the world. I don't see the Scherzers of the world. I think teams are just not interested in those guys. I think those guys are just going to cut
People
up.
want control.
Yeah,
You want to give up more for more years of control.
last leg guys. I don't see them being moved.
Like Sandy Alcantara probably moved.
That's interesting. Is I've thought that even going into this year, but I really haven't seen a lot of reports. Have you?
Yeah, I've seen it everywhere.
It's funny. I really haven't like
Cubs, the Mets, the Padres.
I saw the Mets like months ago, but then like that trail kind of went cold. But I think teams would give up a lot for him.
Even though he has a 7 ERA.
I just think they're remembering the
They're hoping that he gets back to form.
right that Cy Young type from however long ago now, 3 years ago,
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, dude, the guy was electric. The Marlins ruined him. They left him in the fucking game, 8th inning, all the time. He's at 125 pitches. He's still in the game.
Yeah, like, what are you doing, guys?
It was absolutely ridiculous what they were doing.
I'm trying to think of other.
Like, I don't know if the White Sox have any guys. The Rockies could trade some guys.
There's a reliever on the White Sox whose name I'm blanking on now. Who's he's pitched pretty well. I think he's a candidate to be moved. I'd have to look it up. But basically, he's got to be their lowest ERA reliever. That's just my prediction.
I'm trying to think because they just kind of don't really have anybody in the back end of the bullpen.
Well, hey, do you want to pull up a list of?
I gotta put up a list.
Yeah, man. Listen, with no Massey, you're the guy.
You have a computer in front of you.
No, it's cardboard.
Oh.
I need my computer.
Down.
I need my computer so I can watch these audio waves.
Why?
Got to make sure things are running smoothly. It's my job. Make sure that everything's on fire.
Thank God. All right. Players who most likely will be traded are Eugenio Suarez.
Yes, which we kind of touched on him.
I don't even know, to be honest with you, where he goes. Seattle makes a lot of sense. I heard reunions with both Seattle and Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't hear
I
Cincinnati.
think Cincinnati would be the best case scenario for him. He has familiarity there. They're trying to make the run at the third wild card spot.
Now he signed as a free agent, right? He wasn't traded.
He with the Diamondbacks?
Yeah,
Yeah, he signed. No, he got traded.
he did get traded.
Yes.
That'd be pretty funny. Like, hey man, we're sorry. We thought you sucked.
Mitch Keller. He has a lot of control. He's controlled to 2028.
Oh, is he linked to anywhere?
Yeah, to the fucking Mets.
Well, like the Mets, like they're gonna be linked to everyone.
Yeah, but that would make sense. You guys need a starter.
I wouldn't hate it.
Every one of your guys only goes 5 innings.
These are facts.
Merrill Kelly. Does he just scream Cardinal to you? Because he's old as dirt.
I could see the bird on his hat now.
Well, this is a hot name. Ryan O'Hearn. Who's it's a team that just needs a left-handed bat.
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say
Go
that.
ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you know, there are guys like him who I feel like a guy like him would be packaged. Like, I don't see him just going on his own. I don't know why. I don't really have any basis for that. It just, I feel as though, like, all right, great, lefty bat. What else do you have for us? Like, I see like a package for a guy like him.
Yeah, I get it. Making Felix Bautista is not that hurt.
Right.
I get it.
Let's see here.
Adrian Hauser. Was he the name you were talking about?
For the White Sox?
Yeah.
See, now that you say it, I don't think it was. But maybe.
Yeah. I would have got it. The Mets just let go. He's a 1.98 ERA. 1.89 ERA. Mets just let him go for nothing.
Hey, that's what they do.
Edward Cabrera from the Marlins. Another guy with a lot of control. Having a very good year. I see him going to the Cubs.
Yeah, I mean, the Cubs are definitely going to be buyers.
Yeah, the Cubs, the Brewers. Ooh, they traded for Danny Jansen today.
Just as a bench move?
No. Oh. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he's not going to start, is he?
Unless Wilson Contreras is hurt.
I was like Jansen's fine, but I mean,
He's probably better than Eric Huck. Fuck. Can't stop yawning. There's a dog on me. It's going to be interesting. A lot of teams in it. A lot of needs.
Yeah. It's funny. I saw this report that for the first time in however long, there's been no team that has a 600 winning percentage, which hasn't happened in however long. And like, as we can see, all the races are really close. Like in the AL especially, there's like a billion teams. It's a log jam for the division and wild card spot. It's going to be really, really interesting. Like you said. I'm not going to say that the NL is more wide open because that's not really fair to say either. But I think it's more that the NL Central is a really close race, and then it's kind of like Mets and Phillies in the East. And I mean,
Isn't it incredible how bad the Braves are?
Hey, I'm loving every second of it.
Don't worry, they'll have 130 wins next year.
Yeah, that'll just drive me insane.
They made 2 moves too. They're just looking to get fucking guys on the mound to finish out the season.
Who do they get?
Oh, they got Eric Fetty and they got Carlos Carrasco.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're just looking for guys to finish out the season. Because Grant Holmes got hurt.
Yep.
He's got to put in. It sounds like he's getting Tommy John.
See you in a year.
Like, all they have left in the rotation is Strider.
It's funny, the Braves are a team that you never really worry about because there's down years, but think of the haul they could get for a namesake like him.
Strider? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Austin Riley.
Yeah.
Same with Ronald Acuna Jr., who I think they should trade.
Olsen. I mean, like, it's funny. Like, there's historic teams like that who are pretty much always successful. Like, why would you not take a leap on a down year?
Well, because it's a down year with a team that's all young and all have years of control. Sean Murphy's there for like another 5 years.
But I guess
Nobody's going to touch that contract.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess I'm of the mindset that, like, well, hey, then you got a lot of young talent. Then why not, put some more chips on the table and move one guy in hopes to get a return, be it.
God fucking damn it.
See, he agrees.
Fucking Luis Robert hit a 2-run fucking home run.
Hey.
We're going to fucking lose to fucking White Sox.
That's almost New York Met Luis Robert.
The ball, it didn't even look like it was hit well. we do this shit. We played so bad against bad teams.
Well, I don't get to watch my game at all because first pitch is like 9:40 out in San Diego. I hate West Coast trips.
Yeah, I hate playing in fucking the White Sox. He's bad today. Sanchez is bad today. Sorry. This time of year, and we're going to play like shit.
Well, hey, get your bad streak out of the way now.
We're like, they know that you can't you can't hit a breaking ball. So what do? We throw a fucking fastball inside. Like, does that make any sense to you?
It does not. But who's calling the game?
Did he just give up another 2-run homer? No, he didn't. Thank God. Fuck.
I think the biggest issue is JT Realmuto. Cut him. Give him to us for free.
Yeah, nice try.
He could play short.
Yeah, we're going to do with Lindor.
Coach. Gold Glove coach.
He's been bad.
Lindor, no, he's played pretty well past, 5 games.
Is he hitting now?
Yeah. I mean, after that, 0 for 30 streak, it's kind of in tandem with the little win streak that's going on. He's played better.
You can't play any worse.
You'd be surprised.
Just can't lose these games.
I preaching to the choir. I think of every year. I think of the games that all right, well, what if we, beat the Braves when they were struggling instead of getting swept? What if we beat the Pirates when they were sucking? But that's why it's a very long season. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, but. It's frustrating. I get it.
And now we got to score runs, which we can't do. Well, I'm going to commit suicide tonight.
Real nice.
Well, you better hope we win, Kendall. If we win, I won't do it.
I think that's a very unfair way to look at that.
No. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. Oh,
So yeah, I mean, very very exciting. And the trade deadline is the 31st. I think it's like what 6 p.m. It's always kind of like a weird time.
it usually ends at like 4.
So I'm sure there'll be a flurry of moves leading up to that. Eh,
Be cool if like the Phillies like made a move like before the deadline. Why would we do that?
right. No reason for that. No reason
Like,
to
if we
say.
want Louis Schreiber, why don't we trade for him today so he can play tomorrow?
Because that'd be too easy. That's why.
It would be
Somebody
cheating.
joined.
Ooh, the mass.
It's the mass. It's the mass. It's the mass.
The mass is live and direct. All right, well, Mr. Mass, are you drinking anything? And do you have a toast of excellence?
At the moment, no, and yes, but continue with your discussion. I will jump in as soon as I have that pulled back up.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I mean, we're kind of wrapping up on our, MLB trade talks. I am predicting that this will be a kind of happening trade deadline this year. I think there's been many times where there's kind of like a lot of hype, then nothing happens. I just get this feeling that this time around that there's going to be a lot of significant moves. I think there's going to be a lot of teams very hungry and willing to kind of make a big splash because of how close everything is. Because I think a lot of times, especially going into August, a lot of things are sort of figured out. Not to say that there hasn't been, big swings and surprises and massive collapses, but I feel like right now things are so close that teams are going to do anything to kind of create some separation moving into September.
Yep.
It's fair. Hey, what were your guys' toasts of excellence?
Mine was to Ichiro's speech from the Hall of Fame induction, and I tanned that with Michael Cole from WWE watching the Mets during basically every Raw broadcast.
Nice. Kyle, what was yours?
Aaron Rodgers.
Why was the toast to Aaron Rodgers?
Kyle Brandt did like an interview with him,
Okay.
and he's not as much of a douchebag as everybody thinks he is.
I mean, he most certainly is. He just plays it off.
You don't know the guy.
Well, neither do you, so you can't say that for a fact. Mine is to Tyrann Mathieu, calling it a career. Coming out of LSU, everybody thought he was a problem child. That's why he fell so much in the draft. Came into the league, played pretty well. I think played at a all-pro level. Definitely played at a Pro Bowl level for what feels like almost 10 years at this point, and never had an off-field issue as far as I can remember. So good for him.
Two-time Super Bowl champ?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's
You
one.
won with
I don't remember.
Who did you win one with?
Chiefs.
Did you win 2 with the Chiefs?
Well, I
Might
can't.
have.
I can't remember because the Chiefs win the Super Bowl every year, so I can't remember.
He won the Super Bowl once. He
Just
was a
once.
3-time first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro once, and 3-time Pro Bowler. And was named to the 2010s All-Decade team.
Yeah, which I think is deserved. He was a good player.
Was supposed to be a first-round pick, fell all the way to the third because of character concerns, and had a completely clean career as far as I can remember, like I said.
Now, he was nicknamed the Honey Badger, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Which I feel like was, excuse me, like in Arizona, like that was a namesake, and then as soon as he wasn't there anymore, I never heard it again.
Well, because that was his namesake coming out of LSU, and he didn't really want to have that nickname anymore.
I gotcha.
So as soon as he moved, that's why you didn't hear it anymore.
Makes sense. Well, I figured now that Mass is here too, if we want to switch gears a little bit, because we are kind of on the doorstep, as we mentioned, going to the show, doorstep of football coming back, and something that we all as a group really enjoy in fantasy. Just figure we kind of do a little fun thing here. Not to give too much away for your guys' plans or whatever, but any players that you're interested in, guys you want to stay away from, and any explanation you feel is required.
Stay away from Kyle Pitts.
Never,
And I
Mass.
don't think I need an
Kendall just
explanation
wants
for
to
that.
give him advice.
We don't need to give him good advice because he's going to do the same thing he does every year.
Well,
He's
to
going
be
to draft a
fair,
bunch of Chargers and draft a bunch of Dolphins.
Sink or swim.
I don't want any Texans.
Well, I think the Texans allure is definitely kind of gone cold. Especially because
Mixon's hurt.
I don't think. I mean, without looking it up, I don't know if they really made any improvements to the offensive line. Did they? I don't
They
even
did
know.
not.
So that's going to be an issue still. Basically, it's going to be just the Nico Collins show with no Tank Dell, no.
I think they drafted 2 kids out of Kyle. Was it Iowa State?
We do not know.
Indiana State?
So I mean, well, either way,
Not Indiana State.
Let's see.
well, we'll give it a benefit of the
Even still, we
doubt.
drafted a couple kids, but like CJ Stroud's gonna be running for his life.
As you do.
It's just
It does it. Last year I think there was a little more hope than this year. I tend to agree. I would be a little scared to take any Texans. Not to say that I won't, because anything could
it's
happen.
you.
Because it's me. But I tend to agree with the point that Kyle is making.
It was Iowa State. It was Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll. I lied. They did do something to the offensive line. They drafted a tackle.
So keeping on the young train there. So I mean, yet to be seen. What about like as far as just quarterbacks in general?
I'm staying the hell away from Trevor Lawrence.
Staying with Lawrence. What about any guys you're interested in?
On a low like flyer. Give me Bryce Young.
Yeah.
On a low flyer, yeah, I'll probably end up targeting him in the lower rounds because there's a real good chance that offense has actually really improved this year.
That's interesting, and especially too if you're not interested in taking a big name quarterback in the earlier rounds, and you're just going to sit in that. That's an interesting pick.
Well, you figured they got Ted McMillan. They drafted another running back in Trevor Etienne, who's supposed to be even better than his brother. They got the ghost of Hunter Renfrow. They still have Adam Thielen. There's one more big piece that I'm trying to remember what they did, and I can't remember.
Oh, Kelvin Benjamin.
Thank you.
He will be the 2.
Whatever happened to that dude?
I don't know. Seems like a guy would be doing that weird dip your face in the ice water type of thing that's going on the internet these days.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys of the opinion that like the mobile quarterback is the way to go still? Like
Not
obviously,
necessarily.
I mean, obviously, Josh Allen is a premium, but I feel like Jalen Hurts went pretty early last year, and I think to some degree, I think it paid off for some teams. I just feel like there's a lot of quarterbacks or quote pocket passers that kind of just are middle of the road fantasy performers.
Tell you what, miss me with Jaden Daniels this year too.
Are you anticipating the sophomore slump?
Absolutely. Pretty much happens without fail.
Yeah, it's interesting too. I'd be curious, and not even from a fantasy perspective, but I'd like to know like what the I don't want to call it the splits, but like how often a quarterback suffers from that versus kind of plays okay or plays the same. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'd love to know what those numbers are like.
Another flyer that I'm going to take, Michael Penix Jr.
As a late pick.
Expecting big things out of that kid this year.
Wow.
I think he will be the third best quarterback from that draft class minimum this year.
I like that prediction there. Now, Souls, are you probably going Justin Herbert yet again?
Herbert and Wilson, baby.
There you go.
That's all he needs to do. Justin Herbert is a regular season quarterback and nothing else. And of course, we're riding with my boy Baker this year as well.
There you go.
I don't think I would stay away from Lawrence this year. I think he'll be good.
He hasn't given me any reason to think he will be.
Yeah, but I think Liam Cohen's a good offensive-minded coach.
I do too. I also think that Doug Peterson is a decently offensive-minded coach, and if anything, he got worse.
So here's a question for you, and Kyle and I.
DJ Stroud and Trevor Lawrence are the exact same thing.
What's that?
DJ Stroud and Trevor Lawrence are the exact same quarterback. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Anyway, Souls and I had this conversation off the air a few weeks back. Do you shy away from Saquon, kind of going off the notion that it's very doubtful that he has this year again, but does he have a good enough fantasy year, in your opinion, to draft as kind of like the number one running back in fantasy? What are your thoughts?
Let me ask you a question. Has Derrick Henry ever really fallen off after a big year? Maybe once?
Maybe. With no stats in front of me, I mean, I've always felt that he's been a reliable performer.
Yeah, I'm drafting Saquon again. He might not be the offensive player of the year again, but I'm drafting Saquon.
Now, if you had the number one overall pick, would you do that?
I'd have to sit and think about it for a little bit, but he's absolutely in contention.
Kyle?
I would take Barkley.
I guess, well, we'll do it like...
The consensus 1-1.
I guess like if you had it your way, not even gun to your head, like it's, the draft is in front of you, you got the number one overall pick, where are you leaning?
Barkley or Gibbs.
And two, we could ignore, not that I've ever looked at this stuff, but like what the, fantasy rankings are, be it ESPN, CBS, whatever the outlets may be, because they live for this type of stuff. Forget all what the rankings may or may not be, whether you've looked at them or not. Your guy would be like Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyle.
Yeah. I mean, even with Montgomery, he still had the big year.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's dynamic out of the backfield. He can catch the ball. I think Gibbs is right there with Barkley.
How about you, Mouse?
Gibbs isn't a bad pick. You have to consider that there's going to be another young Turk coming for that crown pretty soon. I'm pretty sure Bijan's going to be coming up that roster pretty quickly. I, 'Cause, 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 you have a lot of other running backs that were drafted in the first round this year that could also make huge names for themselves. I don't think I'm taking any of them 1-1, but this is a hard year because I mean you don't have a ton of like bona fide number ones going into it. I mean, I would say Barkley and Gibbs are the only two off my head that I'd say, yeah, these are two guys I need to have on my team because you're not getting like Tyreek anymore.
Chase could be 1-1 too.
Who?
Jamar Chase.
Oh, Jamar Chase. Could be. It's been a while since we've had a wide receiver go 1-1. I mean, I wouldn't take that pick as a 1-1. Like I said, this is a very interesting year for a 1-1. We don't have like a consensus. This is the guy to pick.
Well, on the same token, without looking it up, anything that you've seen or whatever, what do you feel in your gut would be a reach first overall pick?
Derrick Henry.
You think? I mean, obviously every league is different, but do you think there are people out there, if given the opportunity, they're taking Derrick Henry first overall?
Some. Who else?
What about like a guy like a Justin Jefferson?
I don't think Justin goes. I think that would be a reach. You have an unknown quarterback throwing to him this year. And while he may be one of the top 3 wide receivers in the NFL, I don't think that you're going to take him number 1 overall this year. He might go somewhere in the 5 range. CeeDee Lamb would also probably be another reach at 1. Yeah, this is hard. I mean,
this would be a fairly aggressive play, in my opinion.
McCaffrey.
You think people are still vying for Christian
McCaffrey? Nobody's looking at McCaffrey at 1-1. I'd be surprised if he's higher than running back 5.
Yeah, people might look at that schedule that he has and take the risk.
There's a chance he doesn't play.
He's gonna play.
What, 2 games?
Is he not playing right now?
I mean, it's training camp, so I guess technically he is.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's participating in training camp.
Well, if he's healthy going into the season and he's there, I think some people would still take him 1-1.
To answer your question, Kendall, that would be a reach.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I think this would be a fairly aggressive play, but do you think there's any merit to like a Josh Allen going number 1 overall?
No. Not at all.
Now, would you care to elaborate?
Quarterbacks just don't put up the same amount of points that these top players do. I mean, I would be willing to bet that Saquon put up 200 more points than Josh Allen did last year.
Now, I tend to agree. I'm just going to play devil's advocate for you. I mean, I assume he finishes QB1 on the year. I don't look without looking. I'm just assuming it was either QB1 or QB2. I think
that Lamar was QB1 last year.
Okay, well, either way, assuming that he finished within the top 3 and knowing all about his upside, and going off the notion that probably, he's not going to have a 2,000-yard rushing year with, 15-plus touchdowns, in the all-purpose yards, do you feel is that, like, there's a big risk in doing so?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't have an answer. I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever think it's wise to take a quarterback 1-1. Like, even prime Brady, Manning, Rodgers, Mahomes, I don't think any of them ever were worth consideration for 1 win overall. And Allen had a good season last year. He did not have a season that those guys had.
Now, I'm trying to remember, and you guys can, remind me if I'm wrong. Did we ever have Mahomes ever go first overall in our league?
I think Eric did it once.
I think Jeff did it.
Did Jeff do it?
Yeah.
I know Jeff
Right.
definitely picked
Neither
him
of them
before.
count.
I don't know if Jeff picked him first overall. I think he picked him, though, like in the first round.
I think he did do it on one.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Either way, not worth it.
What do you think is just sleeper receivers and running backs in your guys' opinion? Guys that you think that you have a leg up on, that you're thinking that other players aren't going to draft, and that you're going to be ahead of the curve.
Man, he really does just want fantasy advice, Kyle.
I'm just trying to make some interesting content here. I'm going to finish 7th or 8th. And listen, I have my team already picked out. I have made my decision, the players I'm taking, by week 7 of the previous fantasy year.
And that is why you do bad.
Oh, you're talking to a champion in 2013, a runner-up 2 years ago, and so suck at souls.
You suck.
I think that Marion Hampton will end up being a pretty good running back.
Who?
Marion Hampton.
Chargers.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to write that name down.
Yeah, there you go. Quietly, I think Trevor Etienne in Carolina could be really good. Who's that
It's like
backup?
Chuba, right?
Yeah. Who's the backup in Buffalo?
Running back?
Yeah.
Davis?
Yep. That would be another sleeper I would consider in the late round, because who knows what's going to happen with James Cook this year.
Josh Jacobs would piss you off.
Josh Jacobs would piss me off.
And it's not him. It's how the Packers use him.
I don't feel like this will. I feel like somebody will take him early enough, but I feel like DeAndre Swift in Chicago is actually going to be a sneaky decent one. Trying to think who else. Khalil Shakir could have a big year.
He had a really good stretch last year. Kyle, you had him, didn't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, man, I don't know. Kyle, I thought you had Shakir.
I did.
Did I end up dropping him and you picked him up?
I had him. I didn't draft him, but I had him for like half the season.
That might be what it was then. Because I definitely took Shakir at some point. Trying to think of that New England receiver.
Oh my god, I can't think of
Stephon Diggs.
No, not Stephon. There's another one that was there.
Jalen Polk.
Was it Polk last year? I can tell you who you shouldn't draft.
Demario Douglas.
Well, yeah, no, you should not draft Demario Douglas. I was going to say Traylon Burks.
Don't pick him. He's hurt again.
And he's gone. And Kyle, what names do you got?
For sleepers?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Pat Fryman's gonna have a good year. for tight end wise, especially in 2 tight end league. Like assholes.
I tell you what, I like that about our league a lot. I don't know why.
Different. Ricky Pearsall could be a sneaky sleeper.
I fucking hate it, by the way.
I know you do. I know you do. Chase Brown can be a sleeper. Trayvon Henderson could be a sleeper. Because I don't know if they trust Stevenson anymore.
Well, let me get your thoughts too. I mean, we don't have to really talk about tight ends too much because I feel like there's the bona fide guys, which it's sort of in a transition right now. But there's the bona fide like 5 guys, and then I think every year there's just the person who gets lucky to draft that tight end. You know what I mean? I think that every year there's just that one random guy who outperforms expectations. So we can kind of rest on that. But I want to get kind of your strategy from both of you. Are you guys in for kicker and defense, and or are you draft, or are you guys playing the waiver wire every week?
Defense, I play waiver. Kicker, I draft.
I play waiver for both of them after the draft. I pick up everybody I want, and then I'll figure out who I can afford to let go.
Mm-hmm. And how do you?
Because inevitably, somebody will end up being available before week 1, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's a really good kicker," and I take them, and that's how I ended up with. Who did I have last year? Jason Sanders, maybe.
That's vaguely familiar.
I had the kid from Philadelphia. What's his name?
Jake Elliott.
Yeah.
I had Boswell. I had Brandon Aubrey last year.
After his meteoric rise, he had a pretty quick downfall.
He was all right.
He was all right, but he wasn't anywhere near the best kicker in the league like he was the year before.
No. Chris Boswell was the best kicker in the league last year. He won a game by himself last year.
Yes, he did. Hey, so not to hijack your guys' fantasy discussion, but have you guys talked about next year's baseball season at all?
About
no.
And how there might not be one?
No, we haven't talked about it. But
hoping that they just come to an agreement.
But yeah, that is a for sure thing that people are not talking about.
If they even think about mentioning the salary cap, there will be a lockout, and it may go to 162 games.
Yeah, I don't know. We've talked about this across all sports over many shows. I don't know what the answer is because just the money is made up. Like it's just there is so much money being thrown around, like players resetting the market, and absorbative contracts over years and years that never get finished. It's just I don't know what to say. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, but that's like you said across every single league.
I'm trying to think of what league has it the best figured out. I mean,
probably the NBA.
I guess I think that league probably has the. I guess, well, maybe the NHL, but I just feel like there's the least amount of holdouts. Football that's constant. I just I don't know what to say.
People are greedy.
Well, I mean,
100%.
The holdouts, I don't think have anything to do with the salary cap. I think that's more to do with the players wanting more money.
Well, no, I agree, Mass. I mean, as far as like these things kind of go hand in hand. Like because the money is so ridiculous, and all these players expect, oh, I'm worth X, Y, and Z. If I'm not going to get X, Y, and Z, then I'm not going to play, or whatever. I just feel that like these things are kind of in tandem. Now, as far as baseball goes, the problem is like there's so many things to play because the league itself, because baseball itself is so big and it's stretched this. Think about it, each franchise has hundreds of personnel, players and otherwise, because it's broken down by the major league level, the AAA level, so on and so forth. That like the money is just it's stretched so far, and like those guys at the bottom aren't making anything, but there's really like there's not like a all right, well the buck stops here because we're paying out the fees for whatever, and the ticket prices or whatever, concessions or whatever. It's just there's so many things at play for baseball. I think that's part of why the money is what it is. Like I know it sounds like really disjointed and like crazy, but it's the only sport that has multiple teams within a team, if that makes any sense. And like there's so many mouths to feed, and there are these players that are these upper echelon that they earn these big contracts, and it just like the teams back themselves into a corner. Like we just saw the Mets sign Juan Soto for $1 bajillion. Like, what's the next guy? Who's the next guy up to earn more than that? And it's gonna happen.
I don't know, Kyle. Who's the next guy up?
I mean, it's like.
Well,
What happens?
who's the next guy up to receive a massive contract like Juan Soto just got?
I mean, there really isn't any right now.
Well, you're right, but like, it's going to happen, and I think it's going to happen sooner than we think. I just there has to be a moment where like, okay, hey, we got to redo everything, and I think there is a way to do it without having a lockout or anything. I think that teams have to take a pretty hard look at the way they operate.
I think like the next pick, like next year's big guy is Kyle Tucker. But
Fair.
he'll get 4 the most.
For what? 4 years?
400 mil.
400. I suppose.
Otani.
Otani just got paid $2 bajillion. He's making like $70 million a year until like 2042. He's going to be our new Bobby Bonilla.
It's almost as if, and I'm just going to say a lot of words, but it's almost like baseball needs to like have like a bankruptcy, if you will, and it's like, hey, let's start from scratch. The
league's going to fold at some point.
It's so difficult because, like, there's guys who have just a bunch of money who are owners, and then there's other small family groups that don't perhaps have as much money, and the markets matter. It's like it's hard to put in to words that make sense. It's just like we are now in the era where it's like the owners have all this power, and it's like they're just printing money, and there's certain teams that can compete for these sought after players, and there's other teams that they can't or they choose not to, and they just struggle forever. And it's just a mess. I don't know what they're gonna do.
How long do you think the league could last in a lockout before they fold?
I don't even know if I have an answer for you.
I don't think it's a full season.
I mean, when does the next agreement have to be?
Next year,
But prior to the start of the season, or is it off season?
prior to the start of the season, I believe.
I know there's a part of me that would like to see baseball with a salary cap just to kind of see,
Even the playing field.
yeah, and see how then the strategy of signing players kind of comes into play.
Yeah.
On the flip side, and I'm saying this sort of out of just like, hey, now I'm a fan of the guy who has the most money, so I'm kind of like enjoying the spoils of that. But it's like,
True.
but also like you know me, I'm like the ultimate realist. So it's like I could sacrifice that for meaning baseball can continue and be a worthwhile watch.
You know, I'm going to be the minority in saying this, but I don't think it is right now.
Well,
I think that's been a big problem for a long time, just with stuff like blackouts and just the product in general. Like, they've gone a long way with starting to fix it. Like, the pitch clock was ingenious to try and help fix some of the problems. But
yeah, I mean, I think baseball's done a lot of great things, especially just the way, you know, game operation goes into play and how that impacts the viewer and game speed and whatnot. That's all positive stuff. There's a lot of aspects of baseball that I find are very stupid. Kyle and I talk about this all the time where, you know, you pay for a service and because the team you like is playing in a local, like playing a local team and you don't have cable or whatever, your game is blacked out. That is just like corporate nonsense and greed to a T. It's so stupid. I will forever hate if baseball becomes a national product. It is a local product. It always was. It always should be. One of the great things about baseball is that you have your own commentators and not even like beat writers, because every team has beat writers and stuff like that. But it's super individualized as far as a media outlet for baseball.
sure, I gotcha.
And that will be forever lost if, you know, ESPN and NBC and CBS take a hold, and then you just got like that 16 crews, 18 crews, whatever, that cover the games every week. It'll be totally lost. I
I
don't
think
know.
another big way they could go to fix it is to start actually introducing the robo umps.
Well, I think I don't think that's far away. I personally like the human element in games.
I don't think that there's a reason that it should exist. I don't like the human element because this gives cause to controversy. That's all. That's all the human factor is good for, is controversy.
You're right, and I guess for me, it's like, and I'm for progress. Don't get me wrong, but I think of all these things in sports that are kind of like the detractors of history and things that take away meaning by changing certain aspects. Like, yes, the pitch clock has. Excuse me, sorry, I'm burping here. impacted like pitch violations and balks and stuff like that, but I don't think that has had as much of an impact as of changing from a human umpire to a robot umpire, and all the stuff resulting 100+ years of baseball's existence. Now, I could be totally off base. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. I just feel like that is something that would ultimately just kind of wipe away a lot of baseball's history by changing to that.
No, because see, I think again the thing is the only reason we have the human element is because we needed the human element. I don't think we need that anymore because even while we have the human element, we have it right now. What do we get every single time that there's a controversy? We get replays anyways, and we all see what the right call should have been. And then we just get mad that they can't do anything about it because of the human error.
You know, Kyle, this is like a great conversation for you, and you've been very quiet.
It's because he's not paying attention anymore now that I'm here. Right, Kyle? And this is where I kick him in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, maybe he'll notice.
Maybe. But no, in mass, I understand what you're saying, and I think that it's a great point. Souls.
Sorry, I'm back.
Kyle, we've had this really great, baseball conversation. I would have loved your input.
I would had to take care of something. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, I just didn't know.
I didn't know either.
He goes, I didn't know either. Well, here, Kyle, could you weigh in on the robo-ump conversation? I just want to get your opinion.
What was it?
Just the
robo-ump.
I don't really want the robo-ump, but I wouldn't mind having the fucking pitch, like them challenging the pitch.
Why don't you want the robo-ump, Kyle?
No, my dog fucking jumped off my bed.
That's not a great reason.
It's a decent reason.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you want the robo-ump?
Why? Because it's not like I like the human aspect of it.
But the human aspect is only good for controversy. That's the only thing the human aspect is good for.
Yeah, I know. But I think you should be able to challenge pitches.
You don't think you should be able to challenge pretty much everything?
No.
Why?
Because there's just some things that you shouldn't be able to challenge, like fair or foul.
Even if they're
even
if they're very clearly. Kyle, I guarantee you, if one of those calls goes against you, especially in the playoff game, you're gonna wish you could challenge that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure I would feel that way. But it's all part of it's been this way forever.
Oh, because it had to be.
It can be still.
But it had to be. If at the sport's inception, they could have just done fucking robo-umps the entire time, they would have.
I don't think so.
There's no reason not to.
The human error of it is part of baseball.
Do you think the human error is part of it for all the sports?
Yeah, and that's why sports is beautiful.
No, I'm sorry. I will never agree with you on this.
It's funny. Like, 'cause I tend to kind of lean Kyle's way, but like Massey does bring up a good point because like with everything, we'll just call it we'll call it computerized, just to put a blanket term on it. If everything kind of gets computerized, then there's no like, oh well, this happened. It's like, no, just this team was better. There's no other reason. Like, you lost because you were not good enough. You have no one to blame but yourself. And that's what kind of will, I guess, even things out. But, in my opinion, then it's like I will forever feel that it's like you're kind of just like not erasing, but just like everything that's happened prior is now just like, well, sorry, think of all the teams that could have been better or were cheated out.
Okay,
Because
but you say the same thing about the 17th game. We've pretty much moving past that aspect of it.
you're right. I mean, look, I will forever love the way the NFL was when I started watching it. To me, it was entirely
Sure.
perfect. The way it was set up, the playoffs, the rules, it made sense to me. And I thought it worked very well, just as a product overall. But I just money is very, very impactful. I don't really, to this day, I don't see what they gained by adding another game. I don't see what they gained by changing a.
Yes, you do.
But I don't. Hold on 1 second.
Yes, you do.
I just like.
You know exactly what they gained from doing it.
What, you mean just the viewership?
Very more simple. You've already said what it was.
Well, the money.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, so what I'm getting at is that, like, sure, they made more money, but did they make
In
it
terms
better?
of like the cause to the game, no. There's no like legacy reason that they did it. It's purely for the money.
Well, no, right. So I guess my point is, like, they didn't improve the product. They just added another game. They just changed things for the sake of changing. So I understand, like, why they did it. I don't, like, the illusion that, like, hey, the NFL is better now because we added the 17th game, probably an 18th in 2 years, and we have a wildcard game on Monday, doesn't make me watch it anymore. I mean, truth be told, as long as we've done the show, I've actually not even seen the Monday night wildcard game. Why? Because there's no reason to. It was fine before. Like, the NFL is very smart. They know people are going to watch no matter what. You know, myself included. But, like, to put on this front that we're doing this for the fans and that it's going to be a better viewing experience is one of the biggest scams going ever. It's almost insulting. But
Only if you believe them.
and like it's just that there's so many things that are on like the Kendall list of things that don't matter. For me, I like baseball because I like baseball. There's very little things baseball can do that's going to change the way I view it. You know, if they change to the robo-umps, I'm still going to watch games. I'm still going to be as invested in the Mets as I am now. But, like, to me, it's fine. Like, I kind of like that sometimes you screw one over on somebody and sometimes it gets screwed. That's kind of the fun part of sports. I want things to be better because I think once, you know, people started betting on sports, there's a lot more things at play now. There's a lot more money and maybe some high-level stuff that we don't even know or understand. But, like, I wish there would be more focus on just being better at your craft than tipping things over to, like, well, we couldn't do it, so someone else will. I guess is what I want, and I'll get off my soapbox.
I just want you to tell me what about the game wouldn't be improved by robo-umps?
Well, I guess, and I guess I apologize if I'm not being clear because, sorry, I'm burping, burping a big time. I don't think
Your aspect is the feel of the game, right?
Well, what I'm saying is, I don't think it wouldn't be improved. But what I do, like, what I would dislike,
There's other areas you would improve first before you would use the robo-umps.
I guess it's just like I feel as though like I kind of like the way it is, where it's like, you know, sometimes like baseball, there's so many calls. every single like aspect of it is an umpire's involvement, and it's unfortunate when it's the ump show and when the ump is just terrible. But I kind of like that close pitch where it's right on the outside corner and it could be a ball or strike, and it just depends on how the ump is feeling that day. I just think that when it becomes so computerized, like I guess it will measure the ball exactly perfectly to how it fits in the strike zone, so there will be no wax and waning. But I mean, I don't even understand the science behind it to know what that would even mean. Like, all right, so the ball is X amount of centimeters, and it hits the strike zone at this point in a fall, and it's a strike because of whatever parameters. Like, I don't know.
You have a bunch of sensors that are like cued to it.
Well, no, I mean, I guess what I mean is I understand how
How it works, but not how they would calculate it.
I guess like, I know like the procedure, like what would be done. Like I say, they sort of laid it out. But I mean, I just like, not everybody has the same strike zone. Essentially, like Jose
That's fair. I
Altuve's
see
strike
what you're
zone
saying.
is different than
I see
Aaron
what you're
Judge's.
saying.
So I don't know. I just
All right. Well,
but
we've got one no, one yes, and one tweener.
so and the thing for me is like I said, if they go to robot umps, I'm gonna keep watching baseball. It's not gonna change. I wish we could figure out like how do we pay the pay the players to keep it going, rather than figure out something that maybe doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Let's switch subjects real quick because I posted this in the chat the other day, and I don't know if either of you responded to it. One of you may have, but on the topics of improving, I guess the product, I recommended a rule change to the NFL,
Oh,
and it doesn't look like either of you responded to it. So I'm curious to hear your takes on it.
well, I will give you real quick. I sent a message. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess I can't really go into that real quick because Ken just stepped away, and I don't want to have to read it over again.
Ryan Sandberg died.
Who?
Ryan Sandberg.
What do I know that name?
Because he was a Hall of Famer for the Cubs.
Oh, all right. That's sad.
Yeah, 65 years old.
Oh, that's young.
Yeah.
Did say how he died? Or does it just say he passed away?
It just says he passed away at 65.
Oh, he had cancer. That's sad.
Did he?
Yeah. Fuck cancer.
A lot of fucking celebrities died the last week.
Dude, it's been going nonstop since, like, June. Yeah. I agree.
Headache.
What was I going to say to you, Kyle? I was going to say something and I can't remember what the hell it was.
Sorry, I'm back.
It was, welcome back. It was something baseball related and I don't remember what it was.
Kendall, Ryan Sandberg just passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh,
Yo, why didn't you answer me at all today?
the Riddler.
Listen, bro.
Oh, I forgot you were in Cape Cod. My bad.
Hey, so I can't really stay on the phone for long, but I'm at this place called the Duckhorn. I'm taking a shit.
How hammered are you?
Hey,
Oh, dude, I'm fucking in to win it, bro. So,
Paul.
I can tell.
just
I'm
wanted
proud
to-
of you.
can you guys hear me good?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. I just want to give you guys a quick update on my beer, my Toast of Excellence, and my starting lineup, and my beer review.
Shoot.
So, hi, Kyle.
Hey.
All right, so I've had 6 Guinness, 5 shots of Jaeger, 3 shots of Jim Beam, and I'm not 100% sure, but believe I'm at 58 Coors Banquet on the week or the weekend.
Nice.
I've been
You went
drunk
up there
since like,
yesterday.
yeah, no, Sunday. That was yesterday.
Yesterday was
Yep.
Sunday.
Yeah, you're right. I've been in it to win it since I got here. Beer reviews,
Oh,
they're
boy.
all great. They're all awesome. I'm about to go play pool with some dude named Jack.
Nice.
He's 87 and he has no legs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he bought me 3 Guinness. He will not let me buy him a drink. I'm currently in a bathroom at a bar, and there is a picture of Mona Lisa bending over showing her vagina.
Nice.
So, and my toast of excellence is to the White Sox for currently, at this moment in time, beating the Phillies. Fuck you, Souls.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I love you. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna get in trouble. Peace out, bitches. If, Podbean, Instagram, Twitter, GSWD_4. Make sure to hashtag follow your bitches. Hostess Cupcake the Riddler out.
Great cameo.
That was certainly something.
That was not unexpected, but definitely worth it.
I completely forgot he was on vacation.
Yeah, he had called me last night before I went to bed, and at that point he was at 21 Coors. So I was actually curious. I had texted him earlier in the day because I was curious what his number was, but I had not gotten back. So 58 over potentially 58 over 2 days is pretty good numbers on top of what his evening has been so far. So good on him.
No, that's not even 2 days. That's like 28 hours.
Either way.
That's 2 beers an hour. That's a lot. Dude's going to be in rough shape on his way home.
Well, he's still got
What were
another
we
full
talking
day.
about?
Well, you'd pitched the rule change, correct?
Oh, yeah. So I suggested a rule change in Discord earlier, or late last week, and I was curious to hear your opinions on it. So I said that every single year, the appearance in the Super Bowl to get you a -1 modifier to start the season next year. And that stacks. So, for example, the Eagles would start the season -1-0 after the first game of the season. The Chiefs would be starting. How many consecutive appearances did they have? 3? 4?
It would be 3.
So they had 3 consecutive appearances. So they'll start -3-0.
Oh wait, maybe. Hold on. Have they been the AFC representative? Win or lose?
They had 1 year that they weren't when Burrow played against the Rams.
Correct. Maybe,
I don't remember what year that was.
22.
I think it was 21. Was it 22?
22 and 21 into 22.
All right, so the Chiefs would be starting -3-0 next year going into the season.
Good. Fuck them.
What do you guys think of that rule?
I'm all for it.
I think that's super interesting. And
Anything to fuck the Chiefs.
and it would be 0. Well, I guess what I'm saying. So, how would it impact just like regulars, like scheduling and whatnot?
It wouldn't. Your schedule, your record would just be -1-0. So if you won week 1, you'd be 0-0.
So I guess in finality, like so you're climbing out of the basement, and then so let's say if you go undefeated, you're just 14-0 on the year.
Yeah.
I mean that is kind of interesting. I don't.
Teams make the wild card at 9 wins every single year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. So, but what's the threshold?
There is no threshold.
So I guess it's clean as long as you.
As long as you're representing in the Super Bowl, you have a -1 modifier stacking for next year.
So the Chiefs would be kind of like an outlier because they went to 3 straight.
Correct.
Gotcha.
The idea is to introduce a little bit of parity.
Yeah.
So, sure, you might be able to keep the teams together, but you're staring down the barrel of having to get more wins every single year to just keep going back.
I as a purist, it kind of goes against everything, but that to me is interesting enough and unique enough that it's something I would definitely give a shot.
I just think it would be fun to, like, you're the best team in the NFL. If you're consistently the best team in the NFL, prove it. The -1 modifier shouldn't mean jack to you.
Yeah.
And hey, if you have a bum year and your quarterback gets knocked out for the year, you have a silver lining. Your modifier is gone next year.
And too, in a lot of ways, starting off like with a negative win, if you will, is not that vastly different than tying. Because you tie, it's basically a wash anyway. Think of how many, seasons that have kind of been screwed up because of a tie. I think I can get behind that.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah, and like I said, it's interesting enough that in like it's the only sport that I think it would work in because of the length of season.
Yeah.
And for that would be a worthwhile try. I'm into that.
Because, like, what would you even do for baseball? -10 modifier?
I don't even know.
Kyle, get in here and comment on this.
Probably -5 because -10 is a steep hill.
Well, there's 162 games, right?
Yeah, but you're starting off 10 games out of first place.
Even 5 is kind of rough. It might just have to be 1.
Does it make that much of a difference over the course of a season?
Yeah.
Some teams never dig out.
But the good ones could, right?
Sure. I mean, look at the Yankees.
Let's say the Angels were in the hole 8 games this year because, I don't know, Freeman and who's the other one? Not Ohtani.
Oh, you mean the Dodgers?
Yeah, that. Freddie Freeman. Who's the other one that they got from the Red Sox?
Mookie Betts.
Let's say Freeman and Betts are out for 2 months, right? And you go in the whole 8 games. You expect the Dodgers to climb out of that hole, right?
I mean, yes, in the sense that, like, I would put my money on them over the Rockies.
Right, but that's my point. You know that it's not going to make a difference for the good teams, really. Bad teams are going to continue to be bad.
No, that's true. I mean, I guess figuring out what that number would be, whether it's 5 games, whether it's 3 games, whatever, would impact my decision. But I think it's doable. Like, we've seen, like, right now the Yankees are struggling, but I don't think that they're going to be struggling forever. I think they'll kind of battle back a little bit and be representative of the playoffs.
Well, so here, what if you did it on a sliding scale for baseball? So let's say you made the World Series. You have a -5 modifier. You make the Championship Series. You have a -3 multiplier. You make the Divisional. You have a -1 multiplier into next year.
Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah, because where you end up just, yeah, I like that.
Because baseball has enough games that you can kind of play around with that.
Yeah.
I think for basketball, you should start -82 now.
And you're just not allowed to go back no matter what you do.
Yeah.
That's the
I
way
think
to
that's
do
pretty
it.
fun. I don't even know how I would look to do it for basketball. I think that would have to be like a -2 modifier. Well, you could probably do a -5 modifier for the NBA and get away with it.
Yeah, everybody makes playoffs.
I was going to say, because everybody makes the playoffs, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Right. That's good. I like
And
that.
if you don't make the playoffs, you make the play-in. How many teams don't play in some form of playoff basketball at the end of the season? I'm
Why don't they
legitimately
play
curious.
overseas?
Huh?
What'd you ask?
How many teams don't play in some form of playoff basketball at the end of the season? Glenn's included.
10, right?
Is it 10? I thought it was only 8.
Because you have
Either way, 2/3 of the leagues make the playoffs, which is insane.
Yeah.
But it takes 7 years to finish.
Yeah, it's a terrible playoff setup.
But I love it. I don't know. I do think it would be a fun thing though to do.
Yeah, no, I like that mess. I think I do recall seeing that when you sent it in the thread. I think at the time I was busy and I just didn't understand, but I like
think it
that.
was fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
I got that off. What else?
I got nothing else. You guys got anything?
Nah, I have a headache. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
That's what you get for watching the Phillies get blown out. Oh, Paul's back.
What up, guys?
What's going on?
Hey, Paul.
Not much, man. I'm sorry if I'm destroying the show by doing this.
No.
Hey, Paul.
I just won in pool.
Nice.
That was a really quick game of pool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
there's no
I
way.
want a technicality. Guy knocked the 8 ball in.
That'll do it.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, what's up?
Remember that NFL rule I was pitching last week? The
Yeah,
If
the
you go to the Super Bowl?
negative start for consecutive Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
I think that stacking it is wrong. And the only reason I say that is because, like, the Bills from the 90s would be my example. Like it's a pretty big bummer to have to start the season -4-0. So, like, even if you win 10 games, and that was a 16-game season, you win 10 games, your record is 4-6, and you have no Super Bowl titles to show for it. I feel like that's kind of a bummer. I feel like the only way that it should stack is it for consecutive Super Bowl wins. So, like, -1 for Super Bowl if you make it, no matter how many years in a row you make it if you lose. But if you win 3 in a row, then you start off -3 now. I could get behind that. I still probably wouldn't be for it either way, just because the whole like losing your division by a game when you won 14 games, but because you started -3-0, so you only were 11-5 or 11-6 at this point would be stupid. But I don't think that Super Bowl losses should penalize you, because making it to the Super Bowl and losing really just means that you just lost another game. It only matters if you win it.
That's a good
The Super Bowl
adaptation.
only matters if you win it.
So here's what I'll say to you in response to that. I'll agree to the no stacking, but I don't think losing wipes your slate. So let's say Kansas City won 2, right? So they're at a -2 modifier.
Yeah.
And they just lost last year. They're still at a -2 modifier.
No, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. I'm just saying that you can't stack on losses.
That's fine. I can accept that.
So you're like, making the Super Bowl puts you at -1, but until you win, you're stuck at -1.
Or until you don't make it back to the Super Bowl.
Right. But I'm saying, like if the Eagles were to make the Super Bowl this year, they're still at, and lose, they're still at -1. Or like if the like when the Niners were hot, I mean, there's absolute dog shit garbage, fucking bottom of the barrel NFC West team now that Kyler Murray wouldn't even quarterback for because they're so fucking pieces of shit. But like
I like Paul.
if they went to like 3 straight Super Bowls but lost all 3 of them, they're just at -1. They shouldn't stack for minus just because they made the Super Bowl. And the reason
No, only if they're the 49ers.
Nah, because the Packers, fuck them. But I'm just saying, like, the thing is, the reason that I'm behind that is because you can get to the Super Bowl on some fluke shit. You know what I mean? Like the Eagles got to the Super Bowl, and I'll. There's no way to ever prove it, but I'll stand on this grave till the end of time. The Eagles got to the Super Bowl because it was snowing when they played the Rams. End of story. That's just the way I'll view it forever. That's a clean cut, like 45-degree day, clear, no snow. Rams take the Eagles down, smoke the Commanders, go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's just the way I view it. What else we talk about tonight? Kyle, you haven't you're like refusing to talk to me when I come on. What's the matter? You hate me?
Kyle's not feeling good.
You have a headache?
Yeah.
Kyle, I chugged a 16-ounce PBR going down a water slide today.
That's fun.
Yeah, I got a headache too.
Yeah, you're gonna be hurting on your drive home. When are you driving home?
Wednesday morning at 5 a.m.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Kendall, you working Wednesday?
I am working Wednesday.
What time are you on the road?
I'll be on the road at 5:30.
I'll call you. Don't call me.
Paul's gonna need a buddy.
Yeah, call me. Call me.
Nah, it's cool, man. So I actually got this like seat pan thing for the car, so you can just shit in it.
On a real Kendall.
Joke. It's a real thing. I got it because I'm gonna wake up. I know I'm gonna be like in it to win it all day tomorrow too. So I'm gonna wake up and then I already have the coffee pot set because we have 2 separate rooms. So I have the second room's coffee pot set to start brewing at 4 in the morning, and it's gonna brew me 64 ounces of coffee. So I'm gonna just put that right in my mug and go on the road. And I know I'm gonna have to shit in the middle of the trip. I'm not gonna stop. So I'm gonna shit in this like bedpan thing and then just throw it out the window.
I like that a whole lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It is what it is. I'd like to add one quick starting lineup and beer review to the mix. A gentleman at the bar offered me a shot for free.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it because it doesn't matter if it's herpes or cocaine or liquor, you just take it. So what I was given was what he calls as a Boston slide into second.
Love that name.
Yeah, pretty sick. It is 1 part Kahlua, 1 part vanilla vodka, 1 part rum, shaken over ice, strained into a cup, and then floated with Johnny Walker Black.
Wow.
Game changer. Real fucking game changer. Kendall, I'm going to make you this the minute I see you.
That sounds incredible.
I actually sent a text to my boss before I logged on saying I need samples of all of these bottles.
Can I have some?
Yeah, you can have all the ones you want. I mean, it's Kendall. I will put it like on a scale of 1 to 10. I would put it on a tier ranker. I would put it right below the Alice in Wonderland,
which is outstanding, by the way.
Yeah, real good stuff. That's a shot I made, man.
Yeah,
I made that shot up.
I remember, you explaining that to Shannon at DCB, the look on his face after having that sip.
Yeah, he immediately was like, "This is going to be awful," and he took a sip and he was like, "Oh shit." Also, saw my sister-in-law's tits this weekend.
Nice.
Josh's wife?
Yeah, Kyle's all about that, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. So yeah, I miss you guys. I love you guys. I'm sorry that I'm missing the show.
No.
You know me. I usually I'm willing to put personal sacrifice aside, but this is a full family vacation, and I wanted to indulge in it. But I'm not up for pool at this moment in time, so I stepped outside, took a quick piss, and make Kendall happy because I'm getting a lot of free drinks in there, which is cool because nobody notices the fucking step out to the car to chug the fucking Coors Banquets I have in the car.
Yeah, listen, I'm ecstatic over your performance. The numbers, the drinks, and all that. I am beyond jealous.
Well, so I told Kendall, I'll tell Massey and Kyle, even though I know Kyle won't care because Kyle's not a big drinker. But Kyle, you're going to appreciate it anyway. Can you promise me that?
Yeah.
So I have a 48-ounce thermos up here. You know, one of those water bottles, Mass, that you can it has the wide mouth screw top.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we've been filling that with 4 beers because nowhere in the resort are you allowed to bring open containers of booze or beer. So I've been filling that container with 4 beers and then drinking it through a straw everywhere I go, and then going back up to the room and re-topping it off.
That sounds like a rough time.
Oh no!
Why?
Listen, beers in a thermos is all time hilarious, and Mass, that's awesome.
Beer through a straw sounds rough.
Oh no, not
No,
at all.
drinking through a
Not at
straw is
all.
awesome because drinking through a straw keeps your buzz. Like, so if you stop for a while, your buzz will be strong. And the cool thing with drinking through a straw is that it has a lasting effect. So what I have found from a purely scientific standpoint, as demonstrated by Professor Proton himself, would be that if you drink beer through a straw all night and then right before you go to bed slam a liquid IV, when you wake up in the morning, you'll still be buzzed enough that if you start right away, you're good.
These are good things to know
Good
for me.
enough.
Yeah.
No, but a beer through a straw is a thing for sure. I actually used to do it a lot more than I do now, but I recommend it.
My profile picture of you when you call me is you holding a Bud Light with a straw in it.
Oh yeah, that's a classic
That's
photo.
very funny.
Back with the old half-inch buzz cut.
Right.
Real quick, before I sign off, anything else you guys talked about that you want me to weigh in on? Anything at all?
Well, actually, no. You caught us basically right at sign off. We're
All
about
right,
to.
well, I'll let you. Well, I'll help you guys sign off then.
Of course. Well,
There
I'm
you
glad
go.
you're. But I did want to ask you real quick before because you were in a food, not a food capital, but a food mecca, if you will. What was the best thing you've eaten so
Bad.
far?
Nothing good.
Nothing really. Nothing good.
So outside of we have like a suite room, so we have a kitchen. So Josh and I have actually been fucking slamming down recipes.
So you did the whole
like
grocery store
tonight
thing?
so we went to this like Land Shark bar. So we're at the Margaritaville Resort. So we went to the Land Shark Bar and Grill. Let me tell you something. I am 100% confident. And Kyle, are you listening?
Yeah.
I want your opinion on how bad you think my meal was based off what I'm about to say. Like, give me a rating 1 to 10 about how bad you think my meal was based off of what I say, okay?
Yeah.
I am confident that I would put $1,000 cash down on the line that I would get a meal from the Burger King in both Milford and Meriden quicker and more satisfying than the meal I got at this restaurant.
3.
I'll take it. Take the 3. The restaurant was so bad. It was so fucking bad. Samantha got some like spicy burger that was supposed to come with habanero jam, pepper jack cheese, and smoked jalapenos on it. And Amelia ate it with no problem. That's how spicy it was. Amelia, who one time took a taste of Tabasco sauce and threw up 3 times. So that tells you everything you need to know. But we've actually been cooking because we have a full kitchen in the place. And they actually came equipped with pans and shit. So we've actually been cooking. So last night for dinner, I made a homemade bolognese sauce that I threw on the burner. And probably at the advice of the hotel wasn't allowed, but let it simmer for 4 hours while nobody was in the room.
Nice.
But I made a homemade bolognese sauce with some rigatoni and some spicy smoked sausage. And then tonight, Josh made his like restaurant recipe because he works at the restaurant, and he works at a restaurant in Rocky Hill.
Which one?
The steakhouse. Can never fucking remember the name.
Chuck's?
Big steakhouse.
Chuck's?
Big name. Tux? No. Chris?
Chuck's.
What? Chuck's?
Chuck. Yeah.
CHUCK? No, I don't think it's Chuck's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Chuck's. Something
The
else.
The only other one that's over here is Max.
I don't know. Maybe it's Chuckson. I don't fucking know. But
I'll ask him.
God, I just got my phone because I'm hammered. The carne asada tacos on the menu at this place. I'll get the name for you, Massey. I'll text it to you when I'm done. The carne asada tacos on the menu are his actual homemade recipe. We had those tonight.
Oh, nice.
So we had carne asada tacos with a homemade lime slaw, home fries, and a avocado creme fraiche.
Sounds like a good
Sure,
time.
those.
We're doing a lot of eating at the house because we have a full kitchen. We know what we're doing. Me and Josh got this shit locked down. So I got fucking 4 pounds of salmon marinating in the fridge right now for tomorrow. I'm making there's a smoker here that we're allowed to use. I have it reserved tomorrow, so we're doing cedar plank smoked salmon, 8 hours on the Traeger.
Nice.
It's gonna be fucking fire. Yeah, that's the best thing. So Kendall, I know what you're saying, but unfortunately, because of the tourist population in Cape Cod, a lot of people pass off subpar seafood as good homemade seafood.
So it was interesting, and honestly, you know, as a frequenter, I'm not even familiar with where you're staying.
We're in Hyannis / Barn Stable.
Oh yeah, that's where we
That's a
stay.
funny name.
We stay in Hyannis normally.
So
That's a funny name.
we're technically in Barnstable, which, from what I'm gathering, is kind of like the Devon of Milford.
And you'd actually be very correct to say that.
Town. It's its own town, but everything we look up here says Hyannis, even though we're in Barnstable.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But I will say, I didn't get a picture for the check because I left my phone at the apartment. So I'm sorry for that. But I went out in the water today, dug up some seashells for Amelia. I was at a point in the ocean where I couldn't touch the bottom, which I know terrifies Kyle. But I dove down because when I kind of popped down, I felt something with my foot. I dug up what I thought was a conch shell. Turns out I pulled out a 13-inch wide horseshoe crab with my bare hands today.
Oh my!
Yeah,
That's nothing about them.
I was told we weren't allowed to bring it home and cook it. So, all right, I'm getting the look, so I have to go. So I'm actually not going to have time to sign off. So
No.
let's just go get the Riddler out.
No problem. Hey, well, thank you for joining us. Well, we got 2 appearances from the Riddler.
But it is, in fact, time for us to sign off.
Yes. Soul has just bailed just before as well. He's not feeling well, so we will close out the Mass and I just ourselves. Mass, did you end up have anything to drink?
I did not.
Hey.
I was too busy cooking dinner.
No problem at all. I had, as aforementioned, the Miller Lights as well as the Deep Eddy Lemon vodka nips. These are both very low tier items. I'm sure you guys have had them before, but they're serviceable. I hear, Mass, you've been on this show a long time. Do you know where they can find
Yes,
us?
I have. Well, they can find us at Facebook, Getting Sports with Drunk. No.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Facebook at Getting Sports with Drunk, Twitter and Instagram at GSWD_4.
That's it. See, that's that muscle memory just from hearing it.
Yep.
You know, check out the social media. We could be more active, but there's some pretty good stuff
we're
on
there.
there. We're there. We exist. As far as finding the
That's sometimes the best thing you can say about us.
right. As far as finding the podcast, Spotify, Google Play, just anywhere. We're on all
We're
the
there.
platforms. Give us a search. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know what's in store. I mean, the MLB trade deadline will be over by the end of this week. Maybe we can kind of talk, give our feelings and thoughts about if there's any major moves. I think there's going to be. I have a feeling. And with every week that inches closer, is just closer to the start of the NFL season, which we are very excited about. So we'll have, I'm sure, some more thoughts regarding that. But until then, I'm not your hostess Cupcake, but I am the Red of a Red Baron, and he is...
I'm the Mass Christmas.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.